Living in TJ for me, like, it's a very humbling experience because there's like no hot water, and then sometimes like the electricity will go out, or water, there's no water. Oh my god, it's the worst. Like poverty, a lot of poverty, you know what I mean? It's a different lifestyle over there. I remember I gave up. I stopped doing good in school. Once I started having bad grades, I actually had my mom's attention. Like,
So in order to get your mom's attention, you're more motivated to get bad grades than good grades.
and it was like embarrassment for me too, seeing my friends succeed and then me not. I remember some girl was even like, what are you doing here? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, I'm here to graduate. And they're like, oh, you're graduating? Like, you actually made it? She's like, damn, you're not gonna graduate. When she said that to me too, I was like, all right, bet. Like, I'll show you that's not right. That would be so kind of crazy. And you know what's crazy? Like, that ended up happening. Like, I graduated, she didn't.
Welcome to the late night podcast with myself, Beth Fam, and Lexio Rattle.
Hello? What's up, chat? How are you?
I'm doing well.
That's right.
So I want to get to your past where you were living in San Diego and Tijuana. Yeah, all about it. Like, what's the difference?
The difference? Wow. So the huge difference. First of all, living in TJ is like very humbling compared to when you living in the States, you know. Living in TJ for me, like, I don't know, it's very humbling experience because like there's like no hot water, and then like sometimes it doesn't happen often, but there's times where like the electricity will go out and that will last like a day or two, or water, there's no water. Oh my god, it's the worst. Well, I mean, other than that, it's just a different lifestyle. Like over there, like how we shower in a bucket. Like we get a bucket and then pour water on ourselves, and like we don't have hot water, so like we have to warm it up. It takes like an hour. You know, you have to plan it in advance. I mean, it's just very different, you know, compared to here. Like, I don't know, I'm just grateful for what I like. Literally living in TJ makes you grateful for like what the little things you have, like hot water and like,
Where are you living?
yeah, I feel like, yeah, well, most of TJ is pretty much like, it's just pretty like poverty, a lot of poverty, you know what I mean? It's a different lifestyle over there. You drive by and there's like people living in like cardboard houses or man-made houses, and it's like not in the best conditions, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting how, like, when you get to the US, you understand what poverty is, but growing up, like, do you feel like it's normal to it with these kind of conditions? Or you feel like there should be better?
Definitely, like it starts to become normal, like, you know, it's just everyday life. People go through it, like you realize like people go through this every day and they live like this for the rest of their lives. And it's kind of sad, but I mean, what can we do, you know?
So after the moving to the US, do you feel like people are happier? Or do you feel like people enjoy their lives in the poverty states? Because that in
I feel like there's a lot of pros and cons. I feel like people come here. I mean, in a way they're happier, but I mean, all like also they're also like losing like a big part of themselves behind, you know, like their families, their life, and then like coming from TJ to here, like sometimes it's not the same for everyone. Like, you know, people have to start from scratch, and then if you don't have any papers, like it's hard to get a job. You can't really get a house. Like, you know, you gotta struggle. Like you're struggling, like you're struggling regardless, but it's a different struggle, if that makes sense.
yeah. And like, do you ever like kind of aspire to be somebody when you grew up? Is there like a social media where you look up to someone and say like, oh, I want to be that person, or has there never been that celebrity?
Honestly, maybe growing up, like when I was younger, probably, but as of right now, there's not really anyone I look up to, or like, you know. Yeah, no, not right now. No, I'm just focused on myself, to be honest. Just trying to I'm not I don't ever try to be like anybody. I just by my like I just wait, hold on, crop that. I don't ever try to be like anybody. I just try to be myself, and you know, just yeah.
And when you want to be better every day, like, what are you moving towards actually?
But me, I feel like everything. Like I'm trying to better myself mentally, physically, you know, hitting the gym, or, you know, just changing the way I think too, because I feel like sometimes like we get in our heads a lot and like we can be our own worst enemy. So I feel like that too, trying to change that, your mindset for sure.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Like, what have you thought of before when you were like so small that has changed you?
What have I thought about before when I was small that has changed me?
Yeah.
Like what's something that has changed?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I mean, for me, like, I used to be so. I mean, I have used to be a negative perspective where I truly believe that to be better than someone, I have to be better at every single angle that they're trying to get good at, and then notice that's a negative mindset.
Mhm.
But it just helps me boost myself into a certain direction that I want to go into. Like, I have to compare myself and find to be a better at this person because
Mhm.
I don't want to be like under the person that has this negative viewpoint.
Yeah. But like so then at that point what happens when you know you can't like compare yourself to someone else? Like you can't meet those expectations. Cuz I mean, you can only try to be better for so long, you know what I mean? Like there's it's going to get to a certain point where you can't be better at certain things than you think, you know what I mean? So how do you work around that?
That's hard because one of my friends were able to get into the NFL. I can't even able to get into that
Mhm.
myself. So I feel like I actually have to choose my battles,
Yeah,
to be honest.
definitely.
But always used to think like it was all academics. Like if you were to be good academics, you be able to get a good life, and that gives you like a little certificate and say like, oh, like I am able to get to this level, whereas people had dropped off, and it makes me feel good about myself. But eventually, I
Mhm.
learned to be like, it's not really the path. Like that's not really for everyone. Everyone has their own certain path, and people who do drop that way, they're able to gain more money than the person who are able to graduate from a very prestigious university.
Right.
And I learned that lesson the hard way after a few years.
Hmm. After actually graduating home, going
And
through
it's
everything, going through all the right. No, yeah, definitely. I agree. I feel like I don't know. Like you said, everyone has a different path. Like there's people that like bash people for not going to school, but it's like not I feel like not everyone needs school to like succeed, you know what I mean? Cuz I've even heard like even the richest people in the world have never even gone to school, has never even graduated high school, and look at where they're at now, you know what I mean? But not to say like school isn't good for you either, you know what I mean? I feel like you said it's not for everyone, but it's not meant to be for everyone. That's what I'm trying to say.
did teacher you ever have a K to 12 or how does that
Did what?
system work?
Did what?
Did TJ ever have like a K to 12 system?
Yeah, but their system is different. Like I think, like their elementary school. Like I don't know how to explain. I can't really talk on that because I don't really know too much. But I know their schooling is very different. Like the years of high school are not the same. I don't think they have 4 years of high school. I'm pretty sure it's less. I think it's like 3 or something like that. But yeah, it's just very different. Shade that she gets, her parents will give her $20. And I'm not gonna lie, like I felt some type of way. I kinda was envious because like I would have good grades and I wouldn't really get anything out of it. You know what I mean? Like
You feel jealous?
not really jealous, but it's like
Or she just
it just didn't feel fair how
put it in your face?
well not in my face, but like she was just like very like hey, look at me, you know what I mean? Like just telling everyone and when I had good grades, like I all I would get was like a high five and good job, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, to see that girl like get $20 per A, it was just like damn. Like to me, it just didn't feel fair. Like I'm over here, studying, like busting my ass to get good grades for what? For a high five. Well, I mean, at that time, I didn't realize like how much my mom was struggling Yeah, at the end of the day, she did a pretty good job of taking care of us, or like hiding the fact that she was like really going through it, like, you know what I mean? So at that point, like, I remember I gave up, like, I stopped doing good in school, and then that's when I feel like I actually, once I started having bad grades, that's when I felt like I actually had my mom's attention, like, I had, gotten more attention, because then it's like, then now she's talking to me, telling me like, "Oh, why are my grades not good?" But, like, when I was having good grades, like, I feel like, I don't know, she always expected that out of me, like, she always knew I was gonna get good grades, so it's like she just left it alone, like, I wasn't really, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I did feel some type of way from what others had and what I didn't, when it shouldn't have been that.
So in order to get your mom attention, you're more motivated to get bad grades than good grades?
But what made me lock in was, was in 8th grade when they had put me to, like, they pull, like, all these students into a classroom, and then they tell them, like, "Hey, you know what? Like, your grades are really bad." Like, basically letting us know, like, if we keep this up and if we don't do better, like, we're not gonna be able to graduate. And I feel like that's when, like, reality hit. Like, you know what? Like, this is not a fucking game. Like, I need to get my shit together, or else, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it was like embarrassment for me too. You know what I mean? Like, being able to seeing my friends succeed and then me not. You know what I mean? So to me, that like literally triggered me. Like, it literally made me lock in. I remember, like, I raised my grades in under a week, and then I didn't tell anybody too. Like, that was the one thing, because I'm like, dude, like, I remember this one girl. I was hella close to her. Like, we were like this, and then she was like, damn, like I don't know, like, I feel like that's what made me go harder too. She was like, damn, you're not gonna graduate. Like, basically, like, she had her, she knew, like, oh yeah, you're not gonna graduate. Like, you fucked up, like, blah 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 blah, blah. So then, like, when she said that to me too, I was like, all right, bet. Like, I'll show you. I'll show you that's not right. You know what I mean? Like, I'll show you otherwise. And yeah, I locked in. I did a hella extra credit, raised all my, I turned in all any work that I was passed overdue, or whatever I needed to do to make my grade go higher, I did. And I didn't tell anybody about it. And the next thing you know, I ended up graduating, and it was like, I don't know. I mean, not really embarrassing, but I did feel some type of way, because I showed up and then everyone was shocked. Like, what the fuck? Like, I remember some girl was even like, "What are you doing here?" Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, I'm here to graduate. And they're like, "Oh, you're graduating? Like, you actually made it?" And I do remember seeing, like, not very, not like very few of the same people I saw in that classroom made it too. It wasn't really a lot of people. It was probably like me and three others that
Three
actually
others?
yeah, like,
Wow.
yeah, but
Middle school graduation or
high school.
no way?
No, 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 middle school. Yeah, actually, yeah, middle school. No, high school. No, yeah, middle school. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I just almost forgot a little bit.
That's interesting because now you're like trying to get your mother's attention, but you're also trying to prove this girl wrong. Like, how do you handle that conflict though?
Well, I mean, it stopped being about like what my mom said or did. Like, it was more of for me, like, too, because it's like, to me, there was no way I wasn't gonna walk on that stage. Like, it just didn't feel right. And then I had a roommate too. Like, I had one of my friends was living with me too, and she was very smart. She just decided to do she just made bad decisions. She was smart, she had good grades, but she made bad decisions, and that's what affected her really bad in the long run. But she even told me, like, I don't know, I just feel like I had no one's support either. Like this girl that I offered her my home to, like, she would even literally tell me, like, damn, imagine if I graduate and you don't, like, damn, haha, that would be so kind of crazy. And you know what's crazy? Like, that ended up happening. Like, I graduated, she didn't, and she was so mad about it. Like, she wasn't allowed to show up, and she still showed up.
To your graduations, supporting you or just
Yeah,
to
supporting her boyfriend, which was crazy.
her boyfriend graduated but not her?
Yeah.
That's wild. And wait, you have a roommate in middle school?
Mhm.
Most people don't do have that. Like, how does
Mm-mm.
that work?
I think I was just a very nice person. she was going through a lot. She was having problems with her family and she didn't have anywhere to go. So I opened my house. Well, I obviously had to talk to my mom about it, but I basically offered her my home and yeah, she was living with me for a while.
And where were her parents at?
Her parents, she didn't even know. Her parents basically like neglected her and they wouldn't really like care about her pretty much.
Oh, really? And so she was living with you, but she was seeing wanting you fell at the same time.
I feel like she was maybe envious for sure too. Yeah.
So you had to come home to that every single day,
Mhm.
seeing someone that wants you see.
Yeah, like literally like it was kind of tough because it was like, yeah, I don't know. She just like I did a lot for her, but like she still did whatever she wanted to do.
And your mom never yelled at her as the woman of the house?
No, no, I mean that's not her mom, so she's not really in a position to yell at her, but I remembered she would have talks with her, like she would kind of like knock some sense into her. But I mean, it would work for a little bit, but at the end of the day, like she would still do what she wanted to do, you know what I mean? And I feel like since she's living elsewhere that's not her family, then she's more like she can basically do she's more allowed to do whatever she wants because at the end of the day, like my mom's not gonna ground her, my mom's not gonna take her phone away, my mom's not gonna freaking you know what I mean? Ground her, not let her out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like she has more freedom with us than with anyone else.
So she just walk outside and inside of your house as she please? Or
Yeah, she could. Well, I mean, we were young too, so obviously not like that, but yeah, pretty much.
so she doesn't do any chores? She just stays there for free and just
Um,
does whatever she wants?
she didn't really do any chores. I remember so the way I was raised was if I wanted to go out, if I want to go to movies or the beach or somewhere with my friends, like I have to do something to earn it. Meaning like I clean my room or I clean the house or I finish all my homework, I have good grades. You know what I mean? Like that was the only way for me to go out. Like if none of that was done, then my mom would literally say like, "Don't even bother asking." You know what I mean? And her like I remember me and my friends had planned on going to the beach, and then like well I already knew what to do. And my mom even talked to us like, "Oh, well, if you guys want to go, like you guys need to clean your room or do this and that, like the dishes." But so I mean, I did my part. I did what I needed to do. But when it came down to her, like I remember I had to talk to her and be like, "Hey, like you know, if you want to go, you're gonna have to do this. Like you're not, my mom's not just gonna let you go just because like you actually have to work for it. Like you know what I mean? Like you have to do something." And she got so mad. She got so mad. I even told her like she didn't do shit, and she didn't end up going because she chose not to do anything. So it wasn't on me, bro. You know what I mean?
And was your mom mad? Because
My mom didn't even know, but I do remember my friends asking like, "Oh, why is she not here?" And then I just told them, "Well, she didn't want to clean. She didn't want to do chores." So
so she be basically would just living in your house, doing whatever she pleases.
not whatever she pleases. Not like she can do anything, but basically she just she did what she wanted to do.
And do you ever get jealous of that freedom that she has?
Never, because like she was using her freedom to do stupid shit, like stuff that I would never do. So I could never be jealous of someone that's not me. You know what I mean? Like I was the contrary. Like I was the total opposite of her. So whatever she was out there doing, like was like to me was like not okay stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's interesting because people don't know the right from wrong.
Yeah.
In that early stage, they just see that like this person has this and I don't have it, and that
And
just
they want it. Yeah.
creates that enviness.
Exactly.
But you don't really, but you do know the right from wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
For
how,
sure.
and you don't have that enviness that she carries with her, or
Do I what?
you don't have, you don't have like that jealousy that like you think you thought yourself like, oh, she has all this freedom and all she has to do is
Hell
just
no. Because at the end of the day, she had it tough too. Like she didn't like she had a mom, but her mom wasn't present. I have a mom. Like my mom was right next door. If I needed her, I could just go to her. She didn't have that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she had more to lose than I did. So it's like there was nothing for me to envy. If
Oh wow. And how long she's been staying with you?
I think like 8 months.
Only eight
It's a long
months?
time. It was like almost a year at one point, but I can't really keep in track.
What's the final thing that got her kicked out?
She had like ran away, not really ran away, but she didn't come home for like almost a week because she was sleeping. Like she was like her boyfriend was homeless, so she decided to be homeless with him when she had her whole bed at my house. Like it's not really my business to tell, but pretty much that's what happened.
Do you consider that romantic or you just consider it just
Are
stupid?
just young and dumb in love. Cause understand. I understand. Like she obviously loved him and didn't want him to, but she didn't have to do all that. You know what I mean? She didn't have to do what she did. You know what I mean? Yeah, it wasn't just that. Like it was what she did.
Yeah. Because I see a lot of homeless people, homeless couples around Bakersfield, and they're exactly like that. Like I feel like they're so enamored that they don't even see what's happening to them.
Or like I feel like they've like realized that that's like the norm now. Like it's there's no getting better than this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they settled for that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy because they have this mindset like all you have is each other.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like you don't really know what's to get for the next day. And that makes just life harder on themselves. Whereas they could just um, seize the opportunities in front of them.
I agree.
And what happens after like middle school though? Or you did just move to the US? And how's that transition like?
It's the best. We had more sleep. We were closer. You know what I mean? Like it was a drastic change. You're going from waking up like you're going from waking up to 4 or 5 a.m. You know what I mean? To waiting long lines. And then like to like just being able to be 20 minutes away from your freaking school and being able to sleep in and stuff comfortable.
But you had the citizenship your whole life, right?
Hmm.
Why not just be in the US altogether?
Just it's very expensive and it's not a lot of people can't afford it here, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if we would have lived here at the time, at the times that we were in TJ, like, I'm pretty sure, like, we would have had it worse. Like, meaning, like, we would have struggled way more than, like, we were already struggling, but imagine living in here on like the worst, on our worst, like, our worst time. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be for the best. You know what I mean? It would be an inconvenience.
Yeah. I feel like from my childhood, I used to have like a best friend that I always remember to this day. And like still thinking about that person still bring back tears and memories. Is it like that for you? For your TJ friends? Or do you feel like you bond more with the US?
Only have one friend that I can think of like that. And it doesn't really make me sad. I mean, I do miss the good times, but I feel like everything was for a reason, you know what I mean? Like we have our own paths. Like we're in our own middle world, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel like you formed the same connections with your US friends or
No,
is it more with
definitely
the
not. It's
TJ
definitely
friends?
different. Like, cause that person doesn't know like my deepest, darkest secrets, but it's like my deepest, darkest childhood. Like stuff other people don't know. You know what I mean? Or like I would tell. Like what he knows is something that I wouldn't tell like even my closest friend. Like you know what I mean? Cause like
Yeah.
at that at when I met him and when I was hanging around him, it was like it was during the toxic phase with my parents. You know what I mean? So it's very different. It's very different.
And how do you like get accustomed to the US though? That must be a big shift.
I feel like it wasn't that hard just because we've been on and off, like living from like back and forth, living in TJ, moving back to San. You just eventually you just get used to it.
But you still miss the TJ part?
I miss teaching, but would I live there? Probably. Like I would live there if only like I had Cynthia or something where I can just cut the line, like you know what I mean? Like and just cross easily in less than 30 minutes. But to be waiting hours, like, I don't think it's worth it, even though it's cheaper. But or maybe if I had a motorcycle, I'd be down.
And that's interesting because I know like teacher has a different set of food and what of
Yeah, I
ice
miss the
creams.
food. I do. I do miss the food for sure. And like I miss like the beaches too, cause the beaches over there, like when you go to the beach, like there's vendors everywhere. Like anything you want, they're gonna have. Like literally, like there's bars in the beach. Like it's just very different. It's a different lifestyle for sure.
Oh really? But as a kid, do you have access to those vendors
No,
or just
you
like
gotta be
feel like
18
seeing
for
them?
over there. Yeah, we're just seeing that spending.
And do you like the TJ beaches more or
I feel
is it just the San Diego?
they're all unique in their own ways. Like I like TJ beaches because like I said, like you have everything there. Like literally there's set up at the beach and like there's someone selling food right across, or you know what I mean? Or you call someone over and be like, hey, give me a margarita, and they come and deliver you a margarita. Or you know, you got the band, you ask them to play you some music, they play you some music. You know what I mean? It's very vibey for sure. Like the vibes are different, but you know, you have over here where it's like Belmont, you have a roller coaster and like arcades and like restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just very different.
And after moving to the US, like when I moved to the US, I always see these rich kids like they already have
Everything you need.
everything they needed and like I've seen my parents struggle. Like I don't have those things, but I always been kind of jealous in a way. But do you have always have that?
To be honest, I don't think I would really get jealous. Like it would be just be more like, oh damn, like I wish I had that, or I wish I had that game, I wish I had that toy. You know what I mean? Or I really want that bike or something. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like damn, like yeah, it wasn't really like envy to be honest. It was just more like, oh, I wish I had that too. You know?
Yeah. What do you like feel? And you said you like do want to wish to have that like
Well, I just maybe just like I don't know. I just feel like they had it really good. But I mean, I don't regret it because at the end of the day, like if I didn't go through those struggles, I feel like I wouldn't. Well, like anyone says, right? Like if I hadn't had gone through those struggles, I don't think I would have gone as hard compared to someone that has like a silver spoon. Like you know, they already have everything handed to them. Like they don't really need to work hard for anything, so they really don't know what working hard means. So I rather know what it is to work hard and actually like earn my stuff than it being than having a handout. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you have a different mindset.
well so when you were like working hard, what was the core memory that you have that pushes you further?
It's a good question. So there's this song by Fuerza Regida that's called No Me Flojo. And like I feel like that song like really like I can really like relate a lot to that song. To me, what motivates me when I'm working hard is probably really like back then. Well, I just think about it like how when I like the two different lifestyles I have. Like when I'm with my mom, like I pretty much don't need anything. I have everything I need, but then when I'm with my dad, it's like complete different lifestyle. Like I have to watch I have to watch what I eat, or like if my dad buys groceries, I somehow have to manage to make it last for another 2 weeks. And then like the whole showering situation, like there's no hot water, I have to shower in a bucket. And if I do want to shower with hot water, I have to wait an hour. Like stuff like that. Or like when I wash and dry my clothes, like it takes 2 days for my clothes to dry because we don't have a dryer. Like we have to hang our stuff and let it air dry. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that sometimes takes forever. So it's like it's more like damn, like I don't want to go through that ever again. Or I don't want to have my kids go through that. That like kind of motivates me and pushes me to go harder so that hopefully one day I can be, you know, stable.
That's interesting. Between living with both of your parents, you're able to compare and contrast different lives, and you
Mm-hmm.
imagine yourself like, am I a part of this life or am I part of this life? And
Mm-hmm.
you compare and see like, and you uses that to motivate you.
Yeah. And then also another thing too, like just living in TJ and then seeing others people's living situations. Like when I would go over to my friend's house and like the difference between like so obviously like when I was with my mom I had it good, but then when I was with my dad I obviously had it less. But then when I would go to my friend's house, they would have it worse.
Worse? I
Yeah,
thought they
like
have more.
hell no. Like they would have it way worse. Like I remember my friends when they would come to my dad's house, they thought I was rich because like
Really?
yeah,
They thought
because
you were rich?
yeah, like they thought we had money because like my dad, he really took care of his home. He painted all the walls. He like remodeled everything, reconstructed everything. Like he took his time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go to their house and it's like there's their paint is chipping on the walls. Like their walls go are like they have white walls, but it's black because of how dirty it is. Like yeah, it's just very different. Like their floor is like pure cement. Like there's no tile, there's no wood, there's no nothing. Like you know what I mean? And like my dad, he worked hard. He took his time to like reconstruct his house. It took him years to for it to get to where it is at today. So like going into the house, like yeah, like it humbled me even more because it's like damn, they live like this every day. Or like sometimes like their house would be very small and there's like 10, 15 people living there and it's like they all have to sleep in one bed and stuff like that. It's just very sad.
Were they ever jealous of you? It's such that like they try to
To be
taunt you
honest,
or put you down.
I don't think so. I never really maybe they were, maybe they weren't, but I never really got that vibe off them. It was just more like, damn, that's so nice. Like, damn, that's so nice. Like your house is so nice. Like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more like that. It was no I don't know. I didn't really feel like they gave me like envy vibes.
And you feel proud after they said that, or how do you? Because they basically give you praises, no?
I didn't really feel proud. I just felt it was just more like a good feeling to know that I was getting taken care of, like in a way that like I said, like knowing that others have it worse. It was like not a good feeling like that, but it was just more like a sense of security. Like damn, like it would remind me like damn, like you know maybe I do have it because others have it worse. It would kind of remind me like put me back in my place. Like damn, you know what I mean? Like I'm over here complaining about a hot shower in a bucket and it's like they don't even have a bucket or anything to warm up their water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm over here complaining. Like, or there's people that, you know, they can't afford their water bill and they're without water for like a week. I'm like, dude, that's like a whole week without showering, bro. And I'm over here complaining that I have to wait 1 hour for hot water. You know what I mean? It was just like little things like that.
That's interesting because most kids, they compare up like what they don't have, but you try to humble yourself and say like, oh, this kid's like I've seen is different.
Exactly. I didn't even think about it like that.
And in the world of Instagram, like especially high school, I feel like you see a lot more kids comparing like,
Oh yeah,
against the.
dude. I feel like nowadays it's more like a competition. It's more like, oh, who has the newest things out, who has the best this, the best that. You know what I mean? It's like it's like you're competing for who's the best. It's not right.
And in high school, do you feel like kids do that more often than middle school? And how do you even handle that?
I feel like it was more common in middle school.
Around?
Yeah, because I feel like when you're in high school, it's like you mature more and you realize that that's well, I wasn't really thinking much stuff like that in high school, but in middle school, I do. I remember like I'd always try to like get the newest J's or the nicest ones out. You know what I mean? Or always try to have a good fit or whatever. But in high school, I didn't really care. It was more like like I wasn't really like trying to impress anybody.
And when you don't have this stuff, do you feel like you don't fit in with the group, or you feel like ostracized because they are all bragging about all the stuff?
Back then, I feel like I would think about it more as like, damn, one day I'm gonna get that. Like one day I'll get to their point. I'll get to their level. You know what I mean? It was more like that, like motivational, like that. They can have that, I can have it too. You know?
Yeah. Did you ever like blame yourself for not having these material that you
No,
never had?
no. Cause I feel like it was like I said, like If I were to have it, I wouldn't have the drive that I have now to get it. If that makes sense. Cause
That makes sense. What if it's not materialistic? Like, what happens if like do you ever compare against the skills and ability? So let's say you're in soccer and you see these other girls that almost go for, but they had the like coaching lessons, private coaching lessons that you wish you had. Like, do you feel competitive enough that you become jealous or?
I was definitely competitive. I'll say that. But it was never really like jealous, like, oh, like she's giving private lessons and I'm not, you know? And then I don't know, that's kind of hard to say too, cause like like not to brag or anything, but like I've always been like the top girl for everything. Like at least in sports. I'm not talking about like academics, but like sports. Like I've always been the fastest girl. Like you know what I mean? Like I've never really had someone like one up me. And like even if they were good at something, like I always tried my best to be like at their level, if that makes sense.
So you work twice as harder than they are, or how does that process
Yeah,
work in your mind?
not twice as harder as they are, but I would definitely work twice as harder to get to where they're at. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a girl that was hella good at basketball and I wasn't good at basketball. I didn't know shit about basketball. But the fact that like I was just so competitive to the point where I literally taught myself how to play basketball. And I actually ended up being really good at it. But that was just me. Like I guess that in a way, like I was just kind of insecure at the. It was more to me like insecurity than oh I need to be better. It was more like damn like she's hella good at this. Like I need to like I don't know how to explain it. Like damn she knows basketball and you know what I mean. I need to get on my. I need to get on. I need to get. I need to log in. You know what I mean? Like it was more like that.
So you base your security on your skills, would you say?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if it's insecurity. I don't know what to call that, but I do know that if I wasn't good at something, I would feel some type of way, but like I would not it's not like I wouldn't do anything about it. I would definitely like work hard and put in the work to like eventually get there.
And that's interesting because there's a lot of many skills in the school. Do you just choose on which one you wanna value more, or how does that work?
Yeah, kind of. Like I already knew I was athletic, so like when it came to like PE, I know I would always give it my best at my own because I knew I was good at it. So that was like an easy yeah. Like if I like something, I know definitely I would put in the work for it.
That's interesting. And you feel like you have to be better at every single aspect, or just that one core skill?
No, not every single. I say just athletic, like being athletic. Like I say just sports. If anything, that was like what I was most competitive at. Just sports.
Did you ever imagine yourself becoming pro though?
I did. Actually, for soccer, yeah. Like, I actually wanted to go to I had my whole mind set up going to Stanford. Because at the time, Stanford had the best girls team
Oh wow.
soccer. And I did want to go pro, but then I don't know. Like, I know I was good enough, but to me, it was more like the environment too. I feel like that kind of killed my motivation because
They're mean to you, or?
not really mean to me, but it was just like a toxic environment. Like I was I was used to like being in a team where it felt like everyone was close to each other, and then the more you start getting like into it, the more you realize not every team was the same. Like sometimes like I would be in a team and it was like it just felt like everyone was like instead of it feeling like a team and pushing each other or like helping each other out, like it was just everyone was competing to show who's the best or something like that, or to show who's better, or like it was just a constant competition like about who's the best. You know what I mean? Or like just a lot of drama, like you're here to play, but you're not I don't know, it's just like you're playing with people with these group of people that you don't even know, and like you're over here like I don't know, they're over here like starting stuff or like talking bad about you, creating drama, and it's like these are the same people you're supposed to like you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to call out for help when you need them in the game. You know what I mean? It's just it got weird.
Isn't that always the worst team though?
Yeah, literally, it's the worst. Like, it's one thing to love soccer and play it, but it's another thing to be in a team that like that's toxic. You know, like it kind of makes you like not even like the sport, and like it makes it miserable. Like literally, like you're going into practice like being like, oh, like it starts to become like a chore. Then like actually,
You know, it's interesting because now you have a sense of belonging that motivates you, but you also have that competitive drive. How do you balance that? Like, what motivates you more? Actually,
I say compare because like the way I compare the way I compare myself is like it's more like damn, she made all those goals. Like, nah, what the fuck? I need to make all those goals too. Like, I need to either match that or do more. Like, there's no way. You know what I mean? It wasn't more like, damn, like she's hella good. Like, I need to be better. Nah, it was more like, damn, it's but but I need to do it better. Now I or did it die again?
okay. See, so you have this team that have this competitive edge, but you also had this dream of going to Stanford for soccer. Like, why don't you just switch teams and drive it all the way as opposed to just staying trying to demotivate you?
Felt like I didn't have an option because my mom actually like paid for this too. She had paid like $500 just for me to get in the team.
$500?
So it's like I kind of like I didn't make I didn't want her to make I didn't want to make her feel like it was a waste of money. That's not cheap, you know?
Yeah.
So like I didn't really have a choice because she sacrificed herself for me to be into like for me to chase my passion, and I'm over here like not wanting it, you know what I mean? So it's like I kind of just had to like live with it and just deal with it at my own in my own way at a distance.
Gotcha. But why did you stop though after your mom pays all this money and you have this inspiration?
Well, I ended up telling her like what was going on, and then she took me out. But I don't know if she ever her money back. But then when I went into high school, that's when I went into soccer again with my team from school.
And they were less toxic or
No, yeah, for
working
sure.
as a
It
team?
was definitely because you're playing with people you know. You know what I mean? You see every day.
Yeah.
We obviously grow closer, but another thing it was just like you're meeting these are new people, like people we've never seen before. You know, and from all over San Diego. So it's just different.
And what made you stop doing soccer?
I stopped going because I think it's not that I didn't want to, but I think I was doing it for so long. Oops. I think because I was doing it for so long that I eventually you don't have another butter or something to charge it. Mm, She's
Okay. Yeah. So you stopped in high school?
um what was you
You mentioned that
did say but
you were playing with your old team again in high school. Then what happens to that team?
oh yeah, I think I stopped doing soccer because I think I had done it for so long that I think I eventually just got tired of it. Cause I mean, it just started to be like a routine. And then right after school, having to go friends. And then by the time I get home, it was already late. Like I either had to go, I either had to do homework or just get ready. So I felt like I just didn't really have like, not freedom, but like I just felt like I didn't have like, like, no life outside of school other than freaking playing soccer every single day. You know what I mean? So I feel like I took a little break, but I eventually just got comfortable and just
Oh, okay. So you wondered on what's on the other side of life when you're trying to have this routine. But like after take a break, do you ever have like that passion again for soccer, or
um,
it was never
mm,
recurring?
I mean, the passion was always there. Like I still miss it to this day. Like you know what I mean? Like my aunt literally asked me if I wanted to play soccer with her, like her tea. I think I would be down.
Oh, really? Is it that intramurals? That's intramurals, right? Or the soccer
Into what?
intramurals?
Intramurals?
Yeah, it's when a bunch of grown-ups or adults
Oh
gather.
yeah. That's what it is.
Okay, but it's never like you can't level up, no?
No, yeah, they made it to the championships.
Really? But you never could be like the clubs, the prestigious.
The clubs is like you're paying for you're like paying for it. You know what I mean? But I mean, they still make it pretty far. Yeah, like they still go to the championships. Like they play against other people.
Okay. So what happens when you ask you like, are you excited, or you just say like,
I'm
oh,
honestly, yeah, I'm excited. That's fun. Like I don't know, soccer's different. It's a different feeling.
did you play on a game with her, or
No, not yet. I've played with her, but not recently. It was a while. She's trying to get me in, so we'll see.
and do you like when you go back again, like you have the nostalgia of your childhood with you,
Yeah, for sure. Like it reminds me of the old times when I used to play.
and you still have the competitive drive, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That never went away. Like I feel like with anything, I'm competitive at it.
So while you're chasing this dream, like I assume you have more than one dream, or is that just that it?
What? Soccer?
Yeah, like who you want to be when you,
To be honest, that was like my main that was the main thing. Like that was my main focus. Soccer. Anything else like
and when you push to the other side of trying to have a life, you feel like it's hopelessness that you can't make to this life of reaching your dream, or is it just fear that if you do reach this dream, like you do not have like,
for me it was more like just fear of putting like all that work for nothing. Like let's say if I actually were to cuz Stanford like that's far. Like I'm literally moving away from my family just to chase my dream. And it's like for me, it was the fear of doing all that and still not making it. You know what I mean? Like, what if I had done all that and I still didn't make it to pro? Like, I basically moved and went to school for nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. Like, I didn't even have school thought out. Like, I didn't even know what I was gonna study. Like, I'm basically forcing myself to go to school just so I can play soccer. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah.
And so outside sports, like, do you have any other aspirations going on, or is that just your main thing? Like going to school for 8 hours a day, you just all you think about is what happens after school when you go to that practice.
No, it was pretty much it. I mean, I was young, so I didn't really know too much.
And what happens like after you chosen this type of like wanting a life outside of soccer? Like, do you ever look back at the soccer field and say like gain that nostalgia, or are you happy with the life you chosen?
Because, I mean, if I would have still been playing, it wouldn't have taken me. Like, everything happens for.
You have ever have regrets though for
Because
growing up?
I feel like that's hard. You know what I mean? That's I don't know. And then sometimes people would ask me, like, oh, and I'll tell them a professional soccer player. They're like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they would be like, oh, no, like, no, but for real though. Like, actually, what do you want? And I'm like, well, professional soccer player, like, that's actually a career. But like, yeah, but that's just a dream. Like, what do you actually want to be when you're? And I'm just like, "Damn." I feel like that kind of crushed my dreams too. It's like, no, having people not believing you or something. That's how I say it.
That's cool.
I guess.
I really want to go deep and say that like I like the story of how like I feel like most people will be interested in the story of how you went away from home. But I'm not sure like if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Just how it starts, and or like what the mindset you were in, how like how you were to survive the ordeal of being out there without the money and the parent to support.
So you want me to say the story or what?
Yeah, just the same story.
All right, I'll try to summarize it because it's a long story. But pretty much, I was living in TJ and like I was having problems with my parents, and like yeah, something ended up happening. I wasn't too happy there, so I thought the best thing for me to do was to leave. So and then like I was like literally months away from being 18. So to me, technically, I was already 18, and they were treating me like a little. I wasn't allowed to go out, like, and then the way the houses are built out there are different, like you can get locked from the inside out. Like you know what I mean? Like when my dad would leave for work, he would lock the house so I wouldn't even be able to go out.
So people could enter but never leave. Then wouldn't
Oh,
every robber in the world just enter and just grab things?
yeah, but how would they leave?
They don't close the door, no?
It doesn't really work because
A rock.
you can also lock it from the inside out. Like
Huh.
So it like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like literally he would go to work and lock the house. So I wouldn't even like even if I needed like to go get milk, I couldn't even do that because the house was locked. And then like he would work long hours. So I would just be by myself in the house all day until he would come home like at 10 at night. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just got tired of living like that because it's like, dude, like I just felt like, dude, like I'm too grown to be going through this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, to be locked. Like, I'm already about to be 18 and to be getting locked in the house. Like, I don't know. I felt like it was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I pretty much just got tired of it. And he lived like in a 3-story like apartment. Well, the apartment wasn't 3 stories, like the complex was 3 stories. And yeah, I got so tired of it. I ended up just packing a small duffel bag of whatever I needed, like just the most important things. Because at the end of the day, like I couldn't take everything with me. So whatever I could fit in that duffel bag, I tried to fit. And yeah, like I went to the balcony. I tried to be as quiet as possible. And then I was just hanging, like, sitting on top of the balcony and like looking down, thinking like, damn, like, am I gonna jump or not? Mind you, this is a 3-story, like, and I felt like the only way for me to gain the courage to actually jump was if my phone was down there. So pretty much like I knew if I dropped my phone, like, there was no going back. Like, there was literally like, I need my phone. So it's like, if my phone's down there, I gotta go down there. You know what I mean? But if I would have never dropped it, I probably would have backed down and just got inside. So yeah, and then plus, like, my time was limited because my dad was literally about to wake up in like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, like he had to go to work. He would leave to work like at 6 a.m.
So you woke up and decided to leave?
No, I was up. I was up the whole night. Like, I actually waited for them to go to sleep. I waited for them to like, I literally waited for them to like get into deep sleep just so I can do that. Cause I'm like, I already know, like, if I try to do this as soon as possible, like, they're gonna catch me. It's just not gonna be worth it. So yeah, I grabbed my phone, I put it in my duffel bag, and I was just like, damn, like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, all right, like, the only way this is gonna happen is if I drop the duffel bag. And I didn't want to, but yeah, I ended up dropping the duffel bag and then like now what? Like I have to go get my phone, you know? So yeah, I ended up jumping the balcony and I grabbed my duffel bag and then I remember like in one of the apartments, like there was a window, an open window. And mind you, like over there, the houses over there don't really have screens. We have screens to protect the bugs from coming in
Yeah.
or whatever dust. Over there, that's not really that common. Like most of the windows over there have are screenless. So it's just like pure air, like anything can freaking go in.
Gotcha.
And I heard a couple talking, they were talking loud. And then I remember just like knocking on their window, like, hey, like, can you help me? And like the guy was like, no girl, no little girl, go away. And I'm like, please, like, I really need your help. Like, and then he opens the like his curtain and he's like, what do you want? Like so rude too. I'm just like, damn, like I don't know, like just so rude. Like, what do you want? And I'm just like, can you let me go out? Like I just need to go out. I just need to leave and that's it. Like I don't want anything. I don't want anything from you. Like I'm not gonna do anything. Like I just please just let me go out. Like I'll even pay you. He's like, no, go away. He's like, no. He's like, "No, go away." And he closes his window at me, like he slams it, and I'm just and then mind you, like they're literally laughing at me too. So I'm just like, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing." So then I'm just there, mind you, like I'm stressing out because there's dogs like in people's backyards and
And the barking?
barking bad, like stupid bad, and like it was scary too because the house right next door, they didn't have no fence. So if the dogs wanted to come attack me, they could. And they were getting like very aggressive. They were coming close. So I didn't know what else to do, but I ended up going to someone's backyard and some guy was sleeping. He was sleeping, like his window was open, and mind you, it's screenless. So I can literally see him like sleeping. And I'm just like trying to figure out, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I can jump. Like that's another thing too. Like the only way for me to get out was to jump like 10 fences, like 10 houses down. And mind you, like we were right in the middle, so it was either 10 houses this way or 10 houses that way. And like some of the houses there was dogs. So it's like, bro, I'm not gonna go through all that. Imagine like heck no, that's a lot of like ruckus. That's a lot of I'm gonna make way too much noise. Like I'm never gonna be able to, pass all them houses. So then I didn't have any other choice but to like literally like I remember I tried waking the guy up. Like he was a little boy. He wasn't even literally probably the same age as me at the time. And yeah, like I remember like I would just like whisper like, "Hey, wake up!" And he wasn't waking up. Like he wasn't waking up. Like literally to the point where I'm like getting louder. Like, "Hey!" Like literally, I'm trying to do everything. And I'm just like, damn, dude, like I'm wasting so much time, bro. Like my dad is literally about to be up. Like he's probably literally up getting ready right now. I had no choice but to literally like tap him. Like literally, like I was even knocking on the window, like doom doom doom. Like this man was a heavy sleeper. Like literally, like I could have probably just gone in there myself and walked myself out if I wanted. But no, I didn't. I didn't want to. I didn't want to scare anybody. That was my worst fear too. Like, I don't wanna wake him up and then him start yelling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, that would have been so scary. So, yeah, like, I tapped him. Like, I remember I had to do that a couple times. Like, I tapped him the first time, he didn't wake up. The second time I did it a little harder, didn't wake up, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, I really don't wanna do this." The third time around, like, I remember, like, I grabbed his shoulder and I shook it. I'm like, "Hey." It's like, "Hey." And he's, like, waking up slowly but surely. And then that's when I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Like, he's waking up, I'm like, "Hey, hey." And then he wakes up, "Can you please anything from you? I don't need anything from you. Like, I will literally pay you." He's like, I was telling him, like, "I'm not from here. Like, no soy de aquí." Like, and then I started speaking English so that he can believe me. Like, I'm from San Diego. Like, please help me. And that's when he was like, "Oh shit!" Like this girl's. He's like, and I was telling him like, yeah, like I've been like I basically made him think like, oh yeah, I've been trapped and I need to get out. Like, please save me. Like, you know, basically like I don't know. I was kind of exaggerated. Well, I didn't drag it. Like, I didn't make him think I got kidnapped or anything. But I did tell him that like I was trapped and I couldn't get out, and basically this was the only way for me to survive. And next thing you know, he wakes up, he leaves. He's like, yeah, 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 come. And then he leaves. And then he's not coming back, bro. Like I'm just like in his room and I don't know what to do. And then his parents come out and I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, why did he have to do it all? So then now the parents are there, like, word is spoke. And I'm just like, they don't even know what to do, but I'm already inside the house. And they're not saying anything. I'm just telling them, like, oh my God, like, please help me. Like, please, please, please. Like, all I need is just to walk out that door and, like, you'll never see me again. Like, please. And they're like, they literally did. They opened their door, they opened their gate. And I'm like, I had my hands up and I was just like, I don't want anything. I'm not gonna do anything. And I didn't have much money left, but I do remember like I went up to the parents' bed and like I just left the 20 there. And I just told them like, you have no idea how much you saved my life. Like, thank you so much. Like you have like God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Like you literally saving my life right now. And yeah, they let me out. Oh, and then mind you, dude, this is how like, you're probably wondering, like, "Oh, why didn't you just sneak out through the window?" Bro, there's rails on every window, like,
Oh yeah.
to prevent break-ins. So, I couldn't I literally couldn't even sneak out the window if I wanted to. Like, I literally had to jump from the balcony. That was the only way possible. That was the only way I was ever able to leave from there, you know what I mean? And yeah, they let me out and I had to walk back all the way up. Cause, cause what I did is I put my duffel bag outside and then I started just stuffing shit. Like I started stuffing things in from from the outside. Like literally, like I would just grab a shirt and then like start filling it up from the outside and just start throwing it to the front door. So literally that was like so nerve wracking. Like not only okay, yeah, like I felt so relieved that I was able to get out, thankfully. But it's like now I have to go all the way back up. You know, and like what if like my dad opens the door, he's coming out, or what if he comes out and sees all my stuff on the ground? Imagine like, oh, I am screwed. So yeah, like I remember I ran like up all them stairs, grabbed my stuff
But why did you need to go up though?
to grab my duffel bag.
I thought you dropped it down.
No, I did. No, no, no. I did. I had my duffel bag, my bag. But there was another bag. There was another bag that I had left in front because it was just gonna be too much stuff. Like it was either one or the other. Like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't carry too much things with me because mind you, I'm literally jumping from a balcony and then like I don't know whether I was gonna jump all the fences to the houses to get out. You know, like I really didn't have this planned out. I was just whatever I was just going with the flow and whatever I thought of at the moment was what I had to do. You know what I mean? And yeah, I went back up. I grabbed my stuff. I had one of my friends help me, and then my cousin was there to help me too. Oh my god! And then it was so scary too because I didn't have no service. My cousin didn't have any service, or my friend had. So it's like, dude, my biggest fear is like, what if guys actually don't show up, and I'm just here outside? How the heck am I gonna get back in? Like, there's no way. So yeah, I grab my stuff, I run, and then I go to the spot me and my friends met up. And then I remember like it was like like you know one of those streets where there's like no light. Like it was just pitch
Mhm.
black dark. And I was just waiting there like in the bush, like just peeking my head out, waiting to see if I see their car. And next thing you know, like not even 5 minutes later, I remember it didn't take them that long. But like 5, 10 minutes later, they drive by and then they literally passed the spot I told them to. Like they kept driving. I'm just like, dude, I'm not going all the way back there. So next thing you know, I left my stuff there at the spot. I ran and then like at the corner, like I wanted to grab my stuff and then I hopped in the car and then we went to like downtown and we went to downtown TJ and I got a hotel and I stayed there for like a week. No, like 2 weeks. Not like a week. I know I didn't want to stay there we didn't want to stay there too long because I already know my like as instantly as soon as my dad found out that I wasn't there, they were gonna make a report for sure. So I knew I didn't have too much long there before they were gonna recognize me and like report me, hey, that girl's here. So yeah, after that, I spent the whole week trying to look for an apartment. I ended up finding an apartment in this place called Playas. I had some money saved up, so I was able to. The rent was cheap, anyways. It was only 400 a month, and it was beautiful home, like literally right off the beach, like literally the beach was a minute away, a minute walk. Beautiful home. I was there for a couple months. But yeah, it was hard because knowing I had a missing persons report, like I couldn't walk out, I couldn't go to the store without wearing a ski mask. Like oh that was my everyday life. Like if I needed to go somewhere, if I was hungry, if I needed to go get groceries, I had to have a ski mask on.
When people would think you're a robber?
No, at this point, this was when the pandemic started, so everyone was wearing masks. Like it was required to wear a mask. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't go into a store without having one. So I mean, to them, like it was the norm, but also it's like it's not every day you see someone in a freaking ski mask too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Much for sure. I had ran out of money. I couldn't afford the rent. Like I didn't know what else to do because I wasn't working, so it's not like I was not making any income. So then I had no choice but to like reach out to my mom and ask her to move back in. And that's what happened. She came. She picked me up. She put all my stuff in her car. We left and that's when
Did she ever tell your dad though?
yeah. Yeah, of course. They were both in contact. Like my dad was the one that made the report and then my mom paid them like $1,000 for them to like take action. You know?
Oh,
Well, I don't know if that's true. From what I was told, my mom paid $1,000 for them to go look for me because I apparently like over there in TJ, it's there's a lot of corruption, so it's like you can literally pay a cop anything to do anything and go do it. You know what I mean? So that's why my mom paid them to like really look.
and your dad never come to see you when you were with your mom?
When I moved with my mom?
Yeah.
No. That's when after that, I stopped talking to him for like 3 years. Cause I mean, we ended up in bad terms. So like, sorry, that was bad. But we basically ended up in bad terms, and we stopped talking for like 3 years.
And what did your mom say after she found it you?
She didn't really say anything. She was just more in shock that I was able to.
Oh, she didn't expect you to survive. She expected you to be dead then. Or
No, not like that. But well, like any parent wouldn't expect their child to live on their own for that long. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she knew I was gonna eventually hit her up.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
that's story. All right. I think that's everything, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
But thank you for listening at the podcast with Alexia Loretto and Pat Fam. Thank you.